Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, and welcome back to another episode here on the Refuge. And I'm going to. Oh my goodness, that mouse sensitivity. Hold on. I'm going to change my mouse sensitivity. Controls. Let's change it down to 69. Nice. That works. Ah, much better. Anyway, as I was going to say. Oh, it grew. I am standing here at the top of my little town, which is about to get less little, and I am contemplating some of the buildings that I'm going to be putting into the town for the stone stage, and also some things up there, and there's another mesa over that way. Oh, let's not fall off. I don't have my elytra for when I'm doing creative stuff. I had a thought. Actually, I had a couple of thoughts. One of them was here in my office, since I'm going to continue doing the shameless self promotion. Yes, hello, greetings, fellow space traveler indeed. I decided that I was going to put my father's son, and I need to get some more leather and put another frame up. One for my first published, but second my other book. Uh, I I have a book in the frame, but it it occurred to me that I could do something a little bit better than this. I could make a map of the cover of my book and do it that way. So I have an area that I have set aside for making maps. And it is right now there's one spot lined up, and I'm going to go over there and begin working on this. And the way I'm going to try to do it, if it'll cooperate, is you may have noticed that my intro and part of my outro include some little camera panning, and that is because I have managed to begin messing with the replay mod so that I can do some recording of myself remotely instead of having some sort of camera account. In fact, I could start recording now, but right now I don't want to be doing anything here. So what I'm going to try to do is, provided that none of the files mess up, I'm going to try to time-lapse building the map. And when I finish doing that, I will pan back, or I will come back to here to do some more work on this. But I figured I would give that a try and see what I can manage to do with that. But I have a few other things that I need to go over. Namely, since I am in the stone stage, there's going to be some things that need to change around here. Not only do I get to have the furnace, and I'm not really going to be changing much along the lines of the looks of this place. I like it as is. But now I get to do a few more decorations and changes, including, instead of having torches everywhere, I can now put glowstone because it's a stone. I will allow myself to do that during this stage. I'm not going to the nether for it. I just get it from digging sand or dirt and grass and everything. So that sensitivity is still up. Anyway, I'm going to be putting some flower pots now that I can use some clay. Oh no! I don't have any clay reserves, do I? No! I just realized that. I have, that's great. Oh, I do have some clay bricks. Where did I get these? How did I get clay bricks? Oh, was that an achievement reward? I have a plugin on here called Advanced Achievements that I haven't really done anything with yet, making some of my own custom ones. I think maybe I got some bricks from that. Either that or someone just gave me some bricks. But interesting. Well, at least I can use these. But it doesn't change the fact that I need to get more and more clay if I'm going to be putting flower pots not only in here, I'm going to be putting one on either side here and here, but also, wait a minute, do I have flower pots out there? No, it's just planted on dirt. Also, all of the houses down there, and the elders' houses, and any new houses and buildings I'm going to be putting in place, they are all going to need some flower pots, and I don't think there's any. Oh, that might be some clay right over there. I'll check the rivers nearby, but I need to get some clay. I just realized that. Distraction. Anyway, I need to lay out what I'm going to be doing for the stone stage in order to advance. One of the things is obviously I have stone tools, and it is recommended that one has a fishing pole and a bow. Well, I have a fishing pole and a bow already. I have a backup copy of all the stone tools. I have a couple other ideas that I've been wanting to do that I've tossed around on this channel before I get into what the stone stage is going to require in its entirety. I was thinking, especially now that I've realized that I can stream on YouTube, apparently, I'm considering doing some streaming of maybe some builds. I am working on building a whole other video game in its entirety in Minecraft as a playable adventure map, sort of like I did with Wolfenstein, only this is another one of my favorites. It is Chronicon. I love the game to death, and if I can figure out how to make the shrines and things work, that'll be wonderful, but I am very much wanting to build Chronicon as a playable map in Minecraft, and if I can do that, that'd be awesome. So I'm going to be probably streaming the process of me doing that if I can figure out how to do the streaming, that is. I have OBS and I'll give that a try. But also, another thing that I was wanting to do is I have 140, maybe 135 mods on Skyrim, the special edition, and I have been sort of working on an actual story. Not only a story to write in the Skyrim universe from the perspective of a player character that is being used as an actual roleplay character, but also I have a sort of a broad storyline that I kind of want to do that is roughly based on the pacing of events that happen as you go through Skyrim, particularly the very busy modded Skyrim. So, as you're probably going to get tired of hearing, I do a lot of writing, and I will be spending a lot of my time continuing to do that. But in order to do some of the writing, I get some inspiration from games. So that and several other things are going to be getting featured on my YouTube as extensions of my writing activities. So that is a couple of the ideas that I have. I'll shoot some more at you later, but for right now, let's just go ahead and see what we need for the advancement out of stone and into iron. It's not a whole lot in comparison to this, and I actually went a little overboard. I didn't need to do all this, and by rights, there probably ought to be 2 farmhouses per one of these plots. I'll have to count, maybe even 3, but I just wanted to have these in place, and I could expand later. That was the idea. Maybe add another farmhouse to this side of each of the farms and fill it out that way. One of the things that I want to do is have a proper mine entrance down there. Not just have this miner's house, but have an actual mine entrance. Also, near there, I'm going to have a storehouse for the things coming out of the mine. I know that there's things going on in the um, the the item storage. Oops, that's not my walk forward button. Uh, but I also want to have additional storage down there. I should probably bring some extra cobblestone up here so I don't have to keep running over to the uh, the item storage for that. What did I come in here for? I came in here for something. It was not that. It was what was? Oh, I remember. Yes, I need some of these. So one of the plugins on here is, and I could have been using this during the wood stage, and I had totally forgotten about that. Is the Sensible Toolbox plugin. What the Sensible Toolbox is I can place this thing down. Oh, that was awful placement. I can place it like that. And this is a BSU, Big Storage Unit. And if I put a sign on it by punching it, it tells me how much is in there. So if I want to have this be, say for instance, cobblestone, this has one cobblestone, and as this fills up to 8,192 items, that will fill up and it shows it on there. So I can do this and get some cobblestone. But that's just made of wood. I could have been using that the whole time, and 8,192 is way more than 54 stacks. So I, I I don't know what I was thinking. I could have been using these the whole time. So I'm going to be rearranging the storage over at the community center, and I'm going to make my own storage system here be full of BSUs and all that. I need, apart from stone tools, I need to have some stone materials, and I'm going to expand the list to include granite, diorite, and andesite. I'm going to have sand and sandstone in there. I'm going to need to make sure I get some clay going. I'm going to add, I think it's either 6 or 10 or something like that, 6 more houses, and the houses are going to need to be larger than these. So I'm going to include the larger houses as the other farmhouses for these. That will take care of 4 of them, and the rest will be elsewhere doing something. I am going to have an inn right here. I'm going to knock out some trees. That way, coming in from the dock, there is going to be an inn on the way into town. I need to build the wall. I'm going to have the wall come from about here and go off this direction here. That way, just inside, I can have this sort of sculpted to be a stairway down into that ravine that's down there, leading to the underground part where it's going to be the probably not the next city, but the one after. Also, during this stage, I get to build the first outlier, which is going to be in this tainted jungle thing. It's going to be starting off dirt hovels, but I guess I can make little dirt hovels, but I still need to make little platforms and roads going in. And what I'm going to probably end up doing is have the little dirt houses be just arbitrarily somewhere until I decide exactly where in that map that I'm going to have the main central trees for the commercial and residential and all that kind of stuff. Speaking of map, I have added a few other mods on here. One of them is I have JEI because I'm tired of having to look up things like how to make potions and whatnot. Uh, but also, I always keep forgetting the shields exist. I also have on here, I have Journey Map. And why is it nighttime? With Journey Map, I'm going to, I, wow, I keep forgetting how close that is to here. I have access to being able to reveal all this and plan out where the main trees are going to go. So I have a little sort of upper hand. I know that just looking from here right now, I'm going to need to sort of go straight in and maybe veer off to the left because I do want it to be more centralized. There's going to be probably a tree here, a tree here and a tree here maybe. So I might be able to just go straight in with and head for the first tree. But they're going to be much more massive. They're going to be the same sort of theme as the rest of the jungle, and I'm going to just be using them as terrain, as if it was already there. So I'm going to just build it. I might do it in time lapse. Who knows? But it's not going to happen right now. 38 entities. What? That's a lot of chicken eggs. You don't see them, but that's the chickens. Oh, that's right. Little Cuddles is on. Maybe she's doing something. So I have the walls, I have the extra buildings, I have the inn. What was another thing? I'm going to, maybe over here, I'm going to be putting a marketplace. Or maybe over there. I am going to be putting in a library somewhere. Maybe, maybe over here because I've got the cows over there. And I've got the sugar cane there, and I can expand that sugar cane. So maybe having the library there, that might work. Also, I have to update all the houses. I have to put in, for right now, all of the windows are these acacia fence. And, well, I need this to be, ultimately, I need it to be glass panes, probably. More specifically, I'm going to be wanting orange glass panes. And that reminds me, I have flowers up here. I was supposed to do something with the flowers. What was it? Oh, right! Of course! I'm not going to be spending a lot of my time doing it, but I have made my own little custom mod, or not mod pack, resource pack. Well, not sounds, but definitely the visualizations. It's a 128 resource pack, and I'm happy with it. I have clouds that move during the day and night. Actually, the night looks spectacular. And the thing that these flowers reminded me of is each flower has different variations, and on two sides, this is how this flower looks. But if I come over here, now it's a rose, and likewise, this one here looks like that, and then I come over here, it looks like that. We've got something going on with the dandelions. We've got that, and then that. That actually looks a lot more like dandelions. Well, maybe, sort of. I don't know if there's many more variations for the yellow. Oh, well, there's one. Yep, more yellow flowers. I just think that's really neat. The flowers have different variations. I think the tall grass has, yeah, the tall grass has a couple as well. Neat. Well, not tall grass. That's not tall. It's just regular grass. But it's just a hodgepodge of different higher resolution versions of the same vanilla look and feel. That way, it doesn't throw off the perspective of the game too much. Just it's higher resolution. The bark looks more barky. Speaking of barky, wait till you see this nightmare. Hello, look at those eyes. Those dead, empty eyes. There isn't a thought in the world going on behind those eyes. Oh, the other animals. There's animals up here. We have a cow. Hello, cow. Well, that looks reasonable. Oh, right. We have... Oh, the pig. One of the things about this resource pack is the assorted pig colors. Little buck teeth on that. The bear looks normal-ish? I mean, nothing wrong with it. Yeah, I have... Why don't I have flowers on here? Ah, they were in reserve for something else. That's right. But, yeah, those eyes. Those poor dogs. But I'm not going to be sticking around like this. This is probably taxing my system to death. Alright, much better. Anyway, as I was talking about before, I'm going to be having orange glass panes. I'm going to be adding some rooms and some outside places to the main estate. I'm going to be adding buildings down there, upgrading some of them. I like the building, those little buildings the way they are, but there's going to be a modified version with probably some variances for the newer houses. There is going to need to be, uh, let's see here, probably some more road extensions. I don't know. I might just leave it as path for now, or maybe mix in path with some sort of stone block. We'll see. But I have some interesting ideas because the plain clay blocks are orange enough. And I might, if I can get enough clay and cook it, I might be able to incorporate that into this. And that would be kind of nice. So there's going to probably be a bunch of that going on. I need to include, I think, some servants, a maid, and a gardener for up here. I need to, I think, add a personal mine. I believe I need to expand the mine down to Y level 30. I need to add, well, at least a few more houses in different places. I need to add some additional stuff up there. There's a whole bunch going on that I need to add. Oh, I'm probably going to be adding maybe a fishmonger, some sort of dock worker structure thing. I don't know, uh, but there's a whole bunch that I'm going to want to add and need to add before I can move on, as well as get a backlog of additional stone-related blocks. So a whole bunch of stuff going on there. Oh, also I need to include on the other side of town. I need to add some walls. There's a bunch of stuff that I need to do. But right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on that map and see if I can get this done in reasonable time. And there we have it. The complete finished product. Let's see what it looks like on a map. Oh, oh, that's not too bad. It I suppose it could use a little touching up here and there, but I think for right now it's going to be just fine, especially because, well, namely, let's see here, home. I need to put it. Oh, I'm flying here. There we go. It's on the wall. I have my book cover on the wall. Oh, I should probably name that. Uh, let's see here. I'll just fabricate an anvil real quick. And anvil. My father's son. And there we go. Done and done. I just need to clear out my inventory, but I'm finished with it. I'm happy. It's a good start, and it's also going to be a good end because this is where I'm going to need to wrap things up. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave a message in the comment section below. If you are interested in maybe joining this server, it isn't a big, huge populated server, but I'm going to be setting it up so that patrons can join this server, at least on a trial basis. And then also, if you would like a copy of your own of this book or my other book, this one's available in paperback and both are available in ebook as well. I will leave links in the description for both of those books. But this has been a somewhat productive episode, even though I rambled a lot at the beginning. So thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night, and I will talk to you later.